The NewsHour Special Edition.
Welcome back. Even as nomination process for Bengal Panchayat polls ended, there is no end to violence in the state. The convoy of Union Minister Nitish Pramanik was attacked allegedly by supporters of the TMC in Bengal's Kuch Behar. The TMC has dismissed these accusations. The incident occurred in the Sahebganj area when Pramanik attempted to visit the BDO office where scrutiny of nomination papers for the upcoming Panchayat polls was going on. But there's a larger debate, and that debate is on what the High Court had ordered. The Calcutta High Court had told the state to ask for paramilitary or central forces. But after saying that they will comply with the order, the State Election Commission has now moved the Supreme Court, objecting to the suggestion of the High Court for deployment of central forces. That's the debate. Sample the reactions.
দেখুন কিভাবে তীর মারা হয়েছে দেখুন তীর মারা হয়েছে কিভাবে গাড়িতে তীর মারছে আপনারা দেখুন বোম মেরেছে পুলিশ থানার সামনে তৃণমূল বোম চার্জ করছে আমাদের উপরে আর পুলিশ ছোট জঘন্য ভাবা যায় এই রাজ্যে সম্পূর্ণভাবে একটা অরাজকতার পরিস্থিতি তৈরি হয়েছে সম্পূর্ণ ল এন্ড অর্ডার এখানে সিচুয়েশন বিঘ্নিত হচ্ছে বারংবার
I wonder why Nitish Pramanik, I would ask through you, why Nitish Pramanik is going there to create problem? He is moving around with central forces. He cannot enter BDO area with central forces. It is 144 there. He may be central minister, but central minister in Delhi. Here the election process is going on. Ideal code of conduct has already been started. And on that thing, he cannot flaunt his power with the 1820 Central Force Jawans.
দুর্ভাগ্যজনক ঘটনা আমাদের প্রাপ্ত প্রধান তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের নামাজ পড়ে বেরিয়ে আসছিল যারা কিছুদিন আগে তৃণমূলের থেকে তৃণমূলের দলটাকে নষ্ট করার চেষ্টা করেছে এবং আমরা টিকিট তাদেরকে দিইনি টিকিট না পাওয়াতে তারা কংগ্রেসে যোগদান করেছে এখন কংগ্রেসে গিয়ে গুন্ডারাজ করে আজকে আমাদের তৃণমূল কংগ্রেসের প্রাক্তন প্রধানকে আজকে খুন করেছে আমরা ইমিডিয়েট প্রশাসনের কাছে এবং ইলেকশন কমিশনের কাছে আবেদন রাখছি কারণ এটা আইডেন্টিফাই যতটুকু মানে বুঝলাম তাদেরকে যদি অ্যারেস্ট করা হয় এবং কঠোর থেকে কঠোরতম শাস্তি দেওয়া হয়
See, it was quite an expected step from the state government as well as from State Election Commission. But the main thing that yesterday when you asked, the press people asked our Chief Election Commissioner, at that time, he gladly accepted that we will obey the court verdict. But the problem is that now that same man is moving to the Supreme Court. That means he is a puppet in the hand of Mamata Banerjee.
Abhishek Banerjee's constituency, the maximum number of violence has taken place in those areas because there were clear instructions to do violence. That is what we have seen. People were shot dead on the head. And thereafter the CM says that these are just stray incidents. So life of people...
First, if there is violence in Bengal, फिर मणिपुर में क्या अमृत काल चल रहा है? So my question to the BJP is that if you are saying Bengal is burning, if you are saying Trinamool has not allowed nominations, TMC has filed 85,000 nominations and the collective opposition has filed 1.5 lakh nominations. How is that possible? So it basically exposes their lie, it exposes their circus that they are doing to stay relevant in the headlines. So they know they have already lost the Panchayat elections. So now they are saying we cannot file nominations, the ballot is wrong, this is wrong, that is wrong, we want central force.
Let's open this up. Shatopura, spokesperson of the BJP from West Bengal, Kamruzzaman Chowdhury, stays on. Mohammad Tauseef Rahman, the national spokesperson of the Trinamool Congress, joins us. Good evening, all of you. Mr. Rahman, let me begin by asking you, in fact, let me read out what the court had said. And I'm quoting now, as we have directed the state to make a request for deployment of paramilitary forces, the concerned authority of the central government shall take expeditious steps in deploying such force since the festival is to be celebrated tomorrow. This is what the court had said. about deployment of central forces. during Hanuman Jayanti, 5th of April, 2023. Now, even ahead of Panchayat polls, the clashes that have taken place, the court said that, you know, you can call the central forces. The state panel has gone to the Supreme Court opposing the move.
Sir, it is very simple. You know, we have to accept if the deployment of central forces here in Bengal, we have to accept. But again, we have all the right for do the counter attack as well, isn't it? Now, sir, before you ask contest and filing of nomination, sir, I'll give you a simple example. Like yesterday was the last date of nomination. Have you ever heard that 2.31 lakh nomination have been filed in any other state? Over 1.5 lakh nomination have been filed by opposition parties alone, yet the opposition are claiming that they were not able to file the nomination. Is this ironically, sir, what? Over 49 people died in 2013 where central forces conducted the election. So, sir, I just want to know what is the benefit of putting central forces over here? The thing is that what you are watching on the screen, I am not blaming Times Now or any other national channel because it is your duty to show the truth. But what you are watching on the channel, you really think it is all done by TMC? The ISF and BJP and Congress are all working together. Ironically, or whatever you say, the CPM is supporting them. So carrying a TMC jhanda in your hand with a bomb, you will say it's becoming a cottage industry. Yahan par to hub ban gaya hai bomb banane ka. Sir, we are not going to accept that, sir. It is not fair at all. And I'm telling you, all those TMC cadres who created any ruckus because of getting ticket or not getting ticket will not be spared. So if TMC cadres will not be spared, you have to imagine what we will do with BJP, ISF and CPM cadres at all. When they want to create some ruckus and want to malign the whole image of Bengal. It is not acceptable. What kind of Panchayat election we are seeing? This is not the Panchayat election. The opposition leader Suvendu Adhikari is praising about Naushad Siddiqui, Oto Amar Choto Bhai. Like, how can I leave him alone? He's into a dilemma. But what BJP and ISF is doing inside the BDO office, threatening the BDO officers and the other election commissioners, is that what you want in Bengal?
Now, Mr. Rahman, answer a simple question. If you don't want violence, and if the court says take help of central forces, what's the fundamental problem?
Sir, BJP wanted central forces because they wanted to create situation like Sital Kuchi.
Okay.
Where there were no candidate in almost 90% of the seats in Tripura as well.
Okay, so that's the problem. I understand. Let's hear from the BJP. Ms. Shatopura.
Do they have any say on Tripura elections?
No. Let her now answer, please. You got your chance to respond. Let her answer.
The problem with Trinamool is they think they're even anchoring national channels. Anyway, coming back to your question, no, central force, I think, my advice to Trinamool would be, since they are so dead against the central force, and on the same note, they keep claiming that because the central force was here, despite the fact that central force was here in 2021, they got a thumping majority. So in that case, I don't really know why they're objecting to the central force. But they are objecting because actually they don't even know what they're in for. You see, it's all very well for Tauseef and the other Trinamool spokespersons or panelists or whatever they are to say that they are completely innocent, they haven't done anything, they've never said anything, they don't believe in violence, but all that is complete nonsense because what you're seeing on television are two categories of violence. One is Trinamool versus Trinamool and one is Trinamool versus the opposition. It's all very well that the Trinamool keeps on tom-tomming that, BJP we actually have managed to put in about 55,000 nominations, but that is not to Trinamool's credit. We have done it because of our organization, and it is not because Trinamool had, let us, they were kind to us, so we were able to file nominations. That should be the call of the day. In a democratic process like elections, of whichever level it may be,
you are questioning our motives. It is not fair at all.
Really now, Tauseef, you want to talk to
Mr. Rahman, you were questioning the integrity of central forces. Now you have a problem with the point that she is making. Let me bring in Kamruzzaman Chowdhury.
What kind of
Mr. Chowdhury,
Pranesh, are you going to allow Tauseef
I mean, it is
No, Mr. Rahman, let's not talk over each other, please. 1 minute. You got a chance to. No, I asked you the question. You had time. She wasn't interrupting. You can't. Don't heckle people here, please. Please, Mr. Rahman, behave yourself, please.
Targeting the Bengalis again.
Mr. Rahman, behave yourself, please. One by one, please.
Targeting the Bengalis.
1 minute.
This kind of
Kamruzzaman Chowdhury. Kamruzzaman Chowdhury.
Yes, please.
There is this, national movement of cobbling up opposition unity. Let's for a moment keep that aside. What's your view on what this move means?
Well, Pranesh, you see, you have to go into the history of Bengal politics. It's a violent one, no doubt about it. Coming back straight to 2023, when the Panchayat elections were announced, till date, around 6 to 7 people have died in these elections, unfortunately. Out of this, TMC itself has lost 4 of its workers, 2 in Bhangad, 1 in Navagram, 1 in Malda. Even our party, Congress, has lost 1 of our brave soldiers. ISF has lost 1 of its workers in Bhangad, and CPM today in Chopra. So this is the situation, ground reality out here. Now, what's happening out here is in Bengal, when the High Court has ordered that the election, peaceful election, is not possible under the state police force, getting the central police force. Now the state has always been crying that we do not have the money. Who is going to finance the central security forces? The High Court has given a clean sheet to the West Bengal government that you do not have to spend a single penny on the central forces. Getting that. And that too on a case filed by the Congress party in the Honorable High Court.
Then what does this tell you? What does this tell you about the TMC? Mr. Chowdhury, quickly, what does this tell you about the TMC?
Now coming back to the ground politics, an environment of fear. Now it is a threat, intimidation, going against opposition workers out here, particularly in those districts where Congress is strong, like Dinajpur, Malda, Murshidabad. Our workers have been kidnapped. There are reports.
No, so are you suggesting democracy is dead in Bengal?
Listen, all autocratic governments have got a common modus operandi. In Bengal, it is Mamata Banerjee's government which is acting in a dictatorial way.
No, I am asking you that question because in the past, Mamata Banerjee has been protesting, saying democracy is dead in India. Under Prime Minister Modi, democracy is dead. Rahul Gandhi has said so on various instances. Mr. Rahman, finally, the last word to you on the show. Now, tell me, not as the party spokesperson, but if there is this fear of, of other political parties who don't feel safe, should you not be instilling confidence by going ahead with what the High Court has suggested?
Sir, this fear has been created by Suvendu Adhikari under the leadership of Amidst. Now, let me tell you one thing very straight. The General Secretary, All India General Secretary Abhishek Banerjee has said categorically, stated that if any BJP leader or any opposition is unable to file the nomination, they can reach out to him at one call. Isn't that big enough? He wants to take all the responsibility if you are not being able to file your nomination.
No, Mr. Rahman, are you suggesting any candidate or any worker who comes under attack must immediately dial Abhishek Banerjee? Is that what you're suggesting?
Not about attack. Even if he gets a hint, that is, there's some problem going on.
Why are you not letting
is Abhishek Banerjee the government in Bengal?
That's a categorically statement coming from a General Secretary.
General Secretary? We are not talking about a party. What is the government doing? Is he the General Secretary of the Bengal government, Mr. Rahman?
But at least you are blaming him. Every day,
I did not take his name. I did not take his name
in this debate. Nobody took his name in this
debate. Mr. Rahman, what are you saying? By saying all this, you are undermining the office of the Chief Minister. You are undermining Ms. Mamata Banerjee.
The opposition, day and night, they talk about Abhishek Banerjee's Gundagardi. Now again, Shatopura said, and Priyanka Tibrewal also said, ये सबसे ज़्यादा अगर गंडगोल कहीं पर हो रहा है, तो वो अभिषेक बनर्जी के constitution में हो रहा है. So constituency में हो रहा है. So again, we have to speak about Abhishek Banerjee. What he has given a statement.
Right.
Isn't that fair? What he said. But you will say कि भाई कौन सा एहसान हो रहा है? Even yesterday, Shatopura ji said.
Given the record of bloody violence in Panchayat polls in the past, let's see how this case unfolds in the Supreme Court. We'll have to leave it there for the moment. I thank all of you for joining us. Shatopura, Mr. Rahman, Kamruzzaman Chowdhury. We're taking a short break, viewers. On the other side, we'll tell you about the countdown for PM's US trip has begun. Lots more lined up on that front. Stay with us.
The NewsHour Special Edition.